Ladies and gentlemen of the grimdark future, I hope you're all doing well, and welcome to this casted showdown. It's going to be Professor Pone on the Tau Empire versus Gojira on the Necrons. The goats of gaming themselves fighting once again. These players did play in a tournament recently, and this is a sweaty rematch to see who is going to be the king of Fata Morga. So it's a fun matchup. Necrons can definitely do some scary timing pushes and get those Necron warrior blobs with the solar flare on the Lord. Get that sweet, sweet shooting shutdown, drop some flayed ones to scurry around. Although, you know what I've been seeing from some higher level Necrons is using those Wraith units. And I think you can make them immune to damage for like a short period of time and then use them to close the distance and tie up like fire warriors and whatnot. It's pretty damn cool. Anyway, spawning on the north side, it's going to be Professor Pone, and he is going to be playing his beloved Tau. And at the south side, it is going to be Gojira on the Necrons, dropping his generators, getting the juices flowing. And for the longest time, I had no idea what these were, but these are actually the tomb spiders that you resurrect. Pretty funny. All right, guys. So, uno, dos, trace on the generators here, and up to the north, Professor Pone going to be getting his barracks and his first generator out here. So he's going to be all ready to party as these stealth teams are moving out. I'll probably be staying on the Tau perspective, simply so I can see their stealth teams. It's pretty troll how when you're in spectator mode you can't see that, but yeah, it's always a good time. Now their stealth team going to be heading up to the top, and what is he going to be building? Is he going to be rushing out the Tau commander, flying across, looking to do some harass? Maybe pick off some of the builder scarabs. We'll find out. Now I feel like what would be really punishing against this this play here would be getting an early Vespid Stingwing strain and trying to pop some generators and keep the Necrons really trapped up in their base while you take map control. But we'll see what Professor Pone's going to do here. Okay, it is going to be a Tau Commander rush, so Tau Commander is going to be popping off here. We do have our Plasma Generator, and it looks like a second generator playing as well. Now, for anybody watching, these two players are, relatively speaking, beginners. They started playing Dawn of War 1 when I started playing, when the remastered edition came out, so there are going to be some things where they're learning and experimenting with wild strategy, so please bear with us there. I know we do have a combination of very high-level replays, also some beginners, intermediate, etc., etc. So, Tau Commander is on his way. Double generator for old Pone Dog, so maybe we're going to be seeing a rapid tier 2. I don't know if that's standard for Tau, but typically you do see one generator openings, and then a little bit of board pressure and things like that. Now, what do we have coming out? Tau Commander is still on the way, not seeing any of the Vespid action. Early Warriors, no early Gauss turret. Sometimes you will see that. You'll see a Necron player who's, especially against like Imperial Guard or people who like to rush with a really cost-effective hero. You'll often see like a Gauss turret set up at the base, and it can do some good work for sure. All right. Objectives being captured. Relic probably going to be secured soon. Old Pone Dog up in the north looking good, while Goji is going to be getting his 4th and 5th generators built. So that's going to be pretty nice for him. And now his Scarab's going to be moving out of the map, and the Warriors just kind of Netflix and chilling over here. Going to be adding more squad members and just waiting for the inevitable wrath of the Tau. So stealth teams, Tau Commander on the way. Up to the north, another stealth team going to be heading and grabbing the relics. And all is calm in the front. No aggro from the Tau. I mean, maybe Pone's going to be looking to get that tier 2 push and get that big fire warrior blob, but Necrons can definitely push through it if they have the right tools, like the solar flare and some destroyers to bum rush and different things like that. So, all right, Tau Commander. I believe he has better range than the Necron warriors. We're going to see. He doesn't want to get too close. He'll start taking some damage there. Pone's going to be flying and going worker hunting most likely, so there he is. He does notice he's being attacked, and now he's going to be zipping across and eating some shots from the warriors, which is certainly not great for him, but he's looking to just get some of the builder scarabs and poke down some of the building here. So you can see he almost kills one. Is able to take down one builder scarab, but probably not worth the HP on the commander, to be completely honest. That style of play is a little bit more effective, worker sniping against factions, because these guys, they just replenish them and they're free to replenish. So it's a very, very minor setback. But even if you can, keep your opponent back at the base, get that psychology going and that they need to be on the defense, you're lurking outside, you're harassing, classic RTS stuff, right? Like if you're playing old school StarCraft, Wings of Liberty was what, 14 years ago or something? That is old school. That is probably the lifespan of some people who may be watching this video, who knows. But regardless, when Wings of Liberty was a thing, right, you would use Reapers to do that. So sometimes you would have a very feigned aggression. You would come in with a couple Reapers early on, jump up, harass their worker line, and a lot of newer players especially would be scared. They would stay on their base, and then you just tack or take map off the back of that, right? Classic RTS goodness. Relic taken by old Pone Dog. Necrons, though, do have a scary little push here. We are going to be seeing Double Necron Warrior coming up, as well as the Necron Lord. Do we see the Forbidden Archive yet? We don't. Going to be summoning core, flayed ones. Pone better build some units. He could definitely be in a little bit of trouble. Path to Enlightenment coming. Okay, so that is where he's going to be getting some of his tech. He doesn't have much in the way of military right now, being extremely greedy. But he's some Fire Warriors, maybe some armor. We'll see what he's going to be getting. Because the Necrons could for sure push him right now. If they wanted to, the Necrons could move across the map. They could probably honestly kill him. I'm not sure. Hard to say. Looking around, we do see a third generator coming out. Wow, okay, so he's going really hard in the paint on that. Warriors replenished, 7 of 8 here and 6 of 8 there. And then we do also have the Necron Commander. No Forbidden Archive. Are we going to be seeing Flayed Ones being built? Another Warrior. And then the Disruption Field. So Goji could be doing a Disruption Field timing, where you get that first upgrade for your Warriors, get a big blob of them, and move into your opponent's base. We'll have to see. I'm sorry about the zoom in there. But Path to Enlightenment's going to be coming. Tau are gremlining on the map, using their stealth teams to steal the relic here is pretty funny. So just being a straight up goblin. And also taking all the critical locations. So Necrons being very, very passive here. And I would assume they're going to start moving soon once they get those upgrades. They don't want to be sitting back for too long. 46%, another Warriors coming out, and now Flayed Ones. Okay, so he's probably going to do a triple Warrior with the Flayed One timing and just push in and try and really steamroll. Pone is going to be moving into the base. Maybe able to get a worker. He picks off a little Scarab there, which is cute, doing some anime moves. And it does look like the stealth team is going to be hunted by the Necron Lord. Path to Enlightenment's coming, and a vehicle beacon. So Pone doing very much a tech push. And Goji could struggle with this, honestly. I believe he's still in Tier 1. He's going to have Flayed Ones and Necron Warriors and a Lord. I mean, if Pone gets 2 or 3 vehicles out, he might be able to just straight up be able to bully him here. I don't know. Definitely attack. I mean, 3 generators is a big tell, and scouting is important in this game. It's not something I do, but I see more advanced players do it. So Tau Commander is going to be flying, eating some shots. He's got to know that something's up. Goji has a lot of Warriors right here. And in the meantime, Professor Pone does have the victory conditions, using his stealth teams to poke some of the Scarabs. But the Scarabs should be able to get the decaps on most of those. And Goji playing a very defensive, slow style. Maybe thinking he can win the mid-game. I don't know what he's being so worried about here. We do see a Barracuda coming out, so an Assault Fighter. Ooh, this is going to be fun. We'll see what that's able to do. Fire Warrior, Fire Warrior. I was assume he has the Pulse Rifle upgrade, so he is going to be getting a decent army. But the Necrons have gathered a pretty mean little force here, guys. They're going to be gathering their legions and marching towards the Tau, I would expect. Flayed Ones, this is the correct play. You get the Flayed Ones, you deploy them, you reinforce them, and then you put them back in the monolith here. And Tier 2 is going to be on the way for Goji. All right. So Necrons, the slow march across the map begins. Over on this side, stealth teams are just chillaxing. Goji sending another Scarab over there. And has shut down the victory condition for Pone to just straight up win the game there. And now it looks like, is he going to be going for the victory condition? Just trying to grab these points and just chortle his way all the way to the bank. Stealth team's taken 45 years as a Gauss turret's going to be getting built. Should be able to deal with this. And it looks like Goji's going to go for a take and hold victory, which is very interesting. Maybe he feels confident in his mid-game. Pone setting up a couple Fire Warriors who do have the Barracuda coming out. Very fun to see that. And a second Barracuda is going to be here as well. So carries an arsenal of weapons designed to deal with hardened targets, effective against aircraft and vehicles, which probably also means they're good against bases as well. So if you fly a couple Barracudas around the back of the map, hide on this hill, and then like shoot the plasma generators, if Goji doesn't have some Immortals or something there to counter them, I mean, that could be really nasty, and it looks like that's going to be the play. This is what's fun about watching, like, this is very off meta how these guys are playing, right? It's often fun to see newer players and intermediate players play for that reason. So the Barracudas are flying out, and they're going to be going straight to the generators, and knocking down some of Goji's generators would be freaking brutal. So he's going to get 2 of those. He is going, and Pone Dog's going for it. Necrons are going to need to teleport some homies home or build some Immortals like ASAP. Tier 2 is finished, and 1 generator is going to be going into the trash can right now. Goji's certainly having a bad time with that. He is capturing the victory conditions, and Scarabs are rushing home. Are we going to be seeing Immortals? We are. So Immortals are going to come out, but man, 2 generators down. That is really, really good, guys. Immortals popping out at 99%, and they're going to need to go get on those Barracudas right now. And it looks like Goji is just going to Rage Boner chase in. He's like, all right, well, this isn't going great, so I'm just going to get my entire army and move in. Immortals are now shooting the flyers, but not before several generators go in the trash can. Necron's moving up. Necron Lord also going to be hustling as well, and 1 Barracuda does get taken down by the Immortal squad, and Goji's going to need to rebuild those generators, or he's just going to be out of the game, basically. All right, so the fight is on. Fire Warrior's going to be setting up on the high ground as the Necron Warriors do surge forth into the Fire and Brimstone. Necron Lord a little bit lapsing behind, and we do not see any Forbidden Archives yet, so Goji really, really needs that Solar Flare right now. He's eating it pretty bad and taking a lot of damage. He's going to be teleporting home. Should have done that a while ago. But, you know, early good advantage for Pone. Able to kill the generators. Tier 2 for Gojira, Tier 2 for the Tau. And the Tau now going to be switching into Devilfish Troop Carriers, which are pretty nice. You can, transport your Fire Warriors, which are slow. They have a little bit of burst cannon DPS as well, so they're not useless in combat and can, sometimes face tank some of the armies as well. All right, guys, the Bronzodia duel continues. Gojira does have the victory condition. He does have the critical location over here with the Gauss turret, and does have the middle one as well. Necrons have gathered up. Are we going to be seeing the Forbidden Archive? We see double Immortal coming out, which is certainly going to shut down a lot of vehicle action. So in a big open field fight, I don't know how the Tau would do. Obviously, in a weird choke point like this, they'll be fine against the advancing Necrons. But if the Necrons set up like 1 or 2 Gauss turrets right here, got them upgraded to heavy Gauss turrets, they might be able to just win on the objectives, for sure. I mean, it's 5.5 minutes. It's not too long there. So Warriors are on the way. Immortal's going to be waddling out to the middle. He really needs to build the Forbidden Archive. So for anybody who's watching and trying to learn from this game, Forbidden Archive would be huge here, because you would get access to the Phylactery, which gives your Necron Lord ranged resistance against Tau, which is God tier, and then also on top of that, getting the Solar Flare to shut down their shooting, and it's honestly one of the best ways that you win. But, you know, hopefully this will be a good educational lesson here. Greater Summoning Core, wow, okay. So straight up going to be skipping all that business and just moving on. Tau in the middle have gathered. We do see the Fire Warrior team setting up shop, 2 Devilfish Troop Carriers, and a Barracuda.
5 minutes.
Another one going to be gathering up, so the Assault Fighter's going to be flying around looking to maybe take down some of the goodies. Goji's a little bit low in generators right now. It looks like he only has friggin' 4 of them, which is really, really tough. And I don't know if this one's even finished, or maybe he's just repairing it. But the Greater Summoning Cores are going to give him access to some cool Destroyer action, so we'll see if he's going to use those guys. And right now, Goji looks content to just play the win condition in the middle. So most likely going to be coming down to one big Apocalypse fight here in just a moment. We will have to see. Fire Warriors, Tau Commander, Devilfish Troop Carriers are at the ready, and the Vehicle Beacon has quieted for now as a Broadside Battlesuit. Okay, this is fun. I'm very excited to see this thing in action. Heavy Infantry Battlesuit armed with dual missile launchers, effective against aircraft and vehicles. Can entrench to bring its railguns to bear, becoming a powerful fixed weapon platform. Ooh, that's really cool. I'm very excited for that. All right. So Stealth Team's getting the Fusion Blasters, which are going to be a counter against Destroyers. Gojira setting up in the middle. With his, is that another Immortal team or no? Just Necron Warriors. Okay, so they're going to have a big fight in the middle, I would imagine. Is he just going to let him decap that? It looks like he is. So Goji a little bit out of position here, going to be suffering, as we do see the Summoning Core and the Greater Summoning Core are up. More generators are being built, and the Necron's thinking about taking the fight here. Now, what just got dropped? Was that Flayed Ones? No, the Necron Lord going kind of balls deep in here, but immediately realizing the folly of his ways is going to be Last Samurai pretty hard. And it does look like the Necron army is going to be moving forward. And he's going to need to drop those Flayed Ones right now. So there's the Flayed Ones, and get the Immortals on the tanks. He's going to need to pull some Scarabs up for the stealth detection on the Devilfish Troop Carriers. So far, though, it does look like the Tau army is taking a bit of a beating. The Necrons are able to zap down some of the Warriors here. Troop Carriers are still in stealth, so the Immortals are not being terribly effective. If there was a Scarab up here, he'd be able to see these bad boys and get some work done. Flayed Ones getting worn down, more Warriors moving in. Fire Warriors are holding their ground, some of them having to pull back and replenish, but morale is broken, and it does look like the armies of the Necrons are able to get the job done. Very, very interesting. It looked like that fight was going to be kind of favored, but I guess just the sheer numbers of it all. I mean, Goji just literally gave Pwn his Lord for free and then still somehow won that fight. Oh, yeah. We get the Broadside Battlesuit. Let's freaking go. All right. So the Broadside is out, and we do see in the base... I love it. The Pwn Barracuda is so funny, dude. That's so annoying. Goji teleports home. Oh, what the hell is that? Okay, and he just kills it, I guess. So the 2 Immortals. That was a slick play. That was... Shout out to Goji there. That was a nice play. I know we've been roasting a little bit, but that was a good one. All right, so what is Pwn going to do? He's got his Broadside Battlesuits, and he's going to be getting another Devilfish Troop Carrier, so he's going to get 3 of those. They do hit for 25 to 30 with their little burst cannon, so it's okay. Some good water right there. Nothing too nuts. But they do gather up, and those bad boys do stand at the ready. They're going to be shooting. They're going to be partying. Immortals now going to be rolling over to the middle. And we do see the Flayed Ones being teleported home, where they're going to replenish to full and then go in for redeploy. 6 generators out for the Necrons, so they have been able to rebuild from that early harass. And it does look like the dreaded Goji could be cackling a bit right now. He's sitting there. Stealth teams setting up, trying to make sure the middle doesn't flip. And what are they going to do? They're going to shoot these Scarabs. Looks like they're just kind of standing a little bit AFK right now. But the Broadside Battlesuit is out. Super cool to see it. Hope we get to see late stuff. Oh, the Kion Outpost is here, dedicated to the cadre of the Kion Tactics. Allows Kroot Hounds and Krootoks. Very fun. All right, guys, let's get excited. That's what's great about the Bronze League Heroes games, is we get to see like awesome just late game scraps. It's the way that it should be here. It's perfect. All right. Cell teams lurking in the middle. Necrons gathering out here as well. Forbidden Archive, the dreaded 15-minute Forbidden Archive, is on its way. And Solar Flare is going to be very punishing. If Goji just teleports into the army, he can honestly time the fight from when his Necron Lord resurrects, because he's already in Pwn's army. So you resurrect the Necron Lord, and you're just already right in Pwn's army, and then you can move in with the Solar Flare timing. Fighting in the choke point here is tough. We do see the Tau Commander doing a little bit of poking. And both players just kind of checking and getting their goodies. What are the Necrons going to be building in their base? Just more Warriors coming out, more freebies. And yeah, it's pretty much what she wrote. So looking at the economy for both players, we have 70 energy for the Necrons and 116 income for Pwn, which is pretty damn good. And we are going to see another Fire Warrior team coming out. Going to be setting up for the DACA, so 1, 2, 3 Fire Warrior teams, 3 Devilfish, a Broadside Battlesuit, and a Tau Commander. So he's got some tools, and he is not afraid to use them. 2 energy down here, and now we're going to see the teachings of Kion. Okay, advances the Tau down the path of Kion. Crew Toxin, Greater Narlock. Oh, give it to us, precious. Another Barracuda is going to come out, probably trying to keep Goji in his base. And Goji going to be building another monolith. Oh my god, he's going double monolith already. All right, this is fun. I don't know if that's meta, but I don't think it is. Necrons are going to get pushed here. Their army's decent. The Lord is not in the picture, though, so that's very unfortunate. Is he being resurrected? No, a Tomb Spider is going to be on the way out. Okay. Looks like some of the Necron warriors going to be eating some grenades, and the Fire Warrior range is so freaking long. I mean, obviously they can't shoot this far, but they can definitely put some hurt down. These Necron warriors are going to be a little bit, under some heavy pressure as they advance into this army. Pwn's trying to lure them into like a big shooting gallery. Broadside Battlesuit, of course, a little bit better against, Destroyer. It'll be good against the Tomb Spider, too. So Barracuda going to be attacking into the Plasma Generator right there. And on the top side, what do we see? The Teachings of Kion is on the way. Okay, so it looks like the big hero play is going to be coming soon. Well, not heroes, but you guys get the idea. Attempted repairs. There is going to be an Immortal shambling over there to try and deal with that. And looks like 2 Scarabs. Are they able to repair through the DPS of 1 Barracuda? It does not look like it. Okay, so Pwn lures him out. That was a very nice play. He lures the Immortals out, and Goji a little bit slow to react here. Going to be gathering his forces and taking big L's right there. He just actually teleports him home, which is a smart play. All right, so now the fight is going to be on. Warriors are advancing, and the 1 Devilfish troop carrier getting annihilated instantly, which makes sense because they're not the tankiest things. And the Immortals really able to put the pedal to the metal on them. The Broadside Battlesuit shooting into the Tomb Spider, and the Tomb Spider is going to be getting it. So both players sniping vehicles, but this is not looking good for the Tau. The fact that the Warriors were able to close the distance without getting Last Samurai is very big. Broadside Battlesuit looking really cool, but not going to last long against the concentrated fire of the Immortals, as it does go down there. And now we have another big epic fight going down here. As the Tau reform the lines, and begin shooting. They do mow down the last of the flayed ones, so a complete unit wipe right there. But yeah, I think it's time to run. Necron's able to close the distance, and they're doing some serious heavy lifting. All right, in the base, another Fire Warrior team's coming out. Are we going to see the big daddies? Might need something like that, honestly, to beat this army. Ooh, nice solar flare if they were to turn around and shoot, which they probably would. I don't know, actually, they might have just been running, so maybe that solar flare was a waste. Yeah. All right. So anyways, back in the base here, another Fire Warrior team's going to be set up, and Professor Pwn is on the run as the dreaded Tomb King, the Tomb World Lord, is going to be setting up. Devilfish troop carriers are not going to be turning the tide too hard here. We have a drone harbinger, so a mobile drone hanger, can launch drones, so it's like a Protoss carrier, which is always fun to see. And Pwn's going to be pulling back to the listening post, but I don't think you can stop this army. I think you have to yield the listening post and get a higher tier unit and just hope that that unit can help you turn the tide of the fight. So it's going to be another carrier. Definitely snipe Goji's Lord if he overextends here, because Goji will be busy with the listening post for a minute. And he turns, he gets all his firepower on the Necron Lord. Another Devilfish troop carrier is going to be coming out, putting the DACA down. And now we have the drone harbinger, and do we have anything else coming out here? It doesn't look like it. Back in the base, we have the improved metallurgy, equips Tau with advanced armor. Big fight's going to be underway. We do see the Necrons moving in, and the big swarm of the boys are on the way. Tau putting up a decent little fight here. I don't know how good this vehicle is, the Harbinger, but we're going to find out in a second. Necron Warriors are taking some casualties, but the Tau Fire Warrior teams are really, really getting melted. Commander doing some nice flamethrower damage, breaking the morale of some of the units. Listening post is helping, and now we do get the drone Harbinger out, which I assume is going to be launching some drones. We'll have to see in a second. It does hit pretty hard with its shooting, but oh, the Immortals just kill it instantly. Oh man, that's so rough. All right, so the big old Devilfish troop carriers all getting killed almost instantly there, and it looks like the Necrons are going to move in and claim the victory here in the BRONZODIA Duel of Fates. All right, guys, that was a fun match. Certainly some back and forth, some mistakes were made, but cool to see some different units and the broadsides and all that. I'm sad we never got to see the big T-Rex monsters that they can bring to bear. I mean, is there any way that the Tau can hold this? What can he even produce here? He's probably looking around his base thinking that same question himself. Fire Warrior's getting a nice setup, and we do see the actual Tomb Spider go down here. Necron's advancing in, and I mean, look, maybe if the Tau can take down the Warrior Blob, maybe they can scrap their way back somehow. It looks like he's going to be sending some Earthcast builders out here to try and rebuild. And the Fire Warriors, they need to just ignore the Immortals, who don't do that much damage against infantry comparatively, and just finish off the Warriors here in the front. Although maybe they do, I don't know. Might have to look into that. Going for the main base kill, which could be a mistake, could allow Professor Pone to rally and get back in this here. So Warriors are getting it, and it does look... Oh, the reanimation orb! Yes, the finisher! That's so cool. All right, back here, nothing being built, and back there, the Path to Enlightenment is being rebuilt. Pone's main base has been karate chopped, and a lot of Warriors being reanimated. It doesn't get any better than that. The Terminator plays. Those bad boys going to be moving in. A lot of Warriors shambling forward. Lord does get in. Pone pulling back here, trying to get his dreaded Path to Enlightenment going. No weird base trading is active. Although it looks like Goji only has 3 generators, so they must have lost some while the battling was happening. Another Tomb Spider is going to be coming out. Solar Flare activated. Necron Lord is going to get Blitzkrieg bopped right here as the Path to Enlightenment is coming, and the Tau Barracks. So Pone, he didn't hear no bell. He's going to go out on his shield here, guys. He's rebuilding what he can. Solar Flare obviously not going to be hitting anything, and the Tau Warriors are going to need to pull back. So economy-wise, Goji's at 50, Pone's at 66, so both their economies are actually pretty terrible right now. And the Tau definitely need to flee the scene and get back. So looking at the bank, though, the Tau do have a shitload of energy. Looks like a grenade being thrown by the Tau commander. Fire Warrior is going to be setting up. The Kyon command post looks like it's going to be going down here. Goji's still going pedal to the metal, trying to finish where he can. That reanimate was pretty slick. And the Tau Barracks is up now, so Pone is going to be able to build something. It looks like another Fire Warrior team is going to be on the way out. Very fun game, though, man. We got the Barracuda harass. We also got to see some Tomb Spiders in play. A lot of Immortals putting in some work. Mass reanimation. Fun times for all, basically. All right, so they continue shooting. Professor Pone has rebuilt his base here. Now, he does have listening posts, which are going to be somewhat helpful. Necron Lord gets in. Tau Commander going to be turning about face, trying to take him down, I would imagine, as these guys do flee. Another unit is built here. Path to Enlightenment is there, and looks like he may survive the onslaught. I mean, and his Barracuda did kill a lot of energy back here. Let's see what Goji has in the bank. Goji does not have much in the bank at all. Okay. This would be such a wild game if the Tau were able to come back. That would just be pure insanity, guys. All right, so they're gathering up, shooting at the Tomb Spider. The Necron Lord needs to be finished. Definitely. He's at 19 HP. Down he goes. The Necron Lord does go in the trash can right there. Pone going to be replenishing what he can, and it does look like the Tomb Spider is going to be destroyed, but he does lose his Path to Enlightenment there, so that feels pretty bad. If Pone loses his builder here, that's going to be GG most likely. He needs to keep, I mean, it's already probably GG, but he needs to keep that builder online. I think it's his last one. He does have his freaking quad generator still online. And it looks like the Earthcast builder going to be waddling back into the base. There's a dead Tomb Spider over there. And the fighting rage is on. Tau not hearing any bells whatsoever, guys. Still going, and I mean, he did kill a lot of Goji's income. So Goji's economy is like that of a very early game. So maybe the Tau can swing this one back. I don't know. Where's his Earthcast builder going? So he is going to be sitting at basically no income whatsoever. I wonder if he's going to try and build the Path to Enlightenment. Is Pone going to go for the kill on him? Or is he going to go for the take and hold victory? I mean, you know what? I think if Pone just goes to his base, he might be able to kill him. No freaking way. All right, Tau Commander there, dropping a little grenade salvo, and the Fire Warriors could definitely use some replenishment. There's only 2 of them, but a lot of Fire Warriors coming in. He does lay the chip mine right there, the snare trap. And the Fire Warriors will definitely beat the Immortals in combat. And Goji is going to be getting stronger. You know, he's rebuilding generators back in Pone's base. What is he doing? Okay, he's retaking his listening post, trying to get his economy back online, which is smart. And yeah, I think the Necrons are going to be stabilized though. They got 2 warriors chilling here, so don't think they're going to have any problems with that, and they should be able to chillax. Obelisk here getting hammered by the Fire Warriors, as well as the Tau Commander. So that one is going to be going down. And here comes the Necrons. So moving up, double Immortals. Fire Warriors going to need to retreat to the north. It's not going to be great for them, and that is going to take down the supply cap of the Necrons. Those guys piecing on out. Barracks not producing anything at the moment. Basically just going to be listening posts getting set up, which makes sense. Pone needs to get his economy back if he wants a chance of winning. But decapping all these relics would be pretty good in these strategic points for Gojira. Not that Necrons care that much about it, but it does reduce their army max capacity. Look at the energy Pone has, though, man. If Pone could somehow get some vehicle action up again, he could spam out a lot of vehicles and probably present some problems. Although, to be honest, double Immortals, probably just going to shut that shit down. So maybe you just go mass Fire Warriors at this point. Just try and outtrade the Necron Warriors like Last Samurai them when they're marching in. I assume he does have the upgrades and whatnot. So listening post up here upgraded. Pone is back up to 78 economy. Goji is back up to 60. So it looks like he has been able to rebuild 1, 2, 3. And does he have generators anywhere else? Okay, so it's just going to be 4 generators here. Got it. So they're moving in to finish the job. Here they come. Listening post going to be shooting. And what is Pone going to be doing? Is he going to opt for a base trade? Is he going to go and try and pick off the Warriors? Do a little bit of skirmishing. Find out on today's episode of Dragon Ball Z. He's capturing the middle right now, but I think he's going to quickly realize that he's going to need to make a fight here. So Tau Barracks being rebuilt in the main base. Just going to be letting Goji take the ground here. Tau are making a tactical decision to forsake that. I mean, honestly, a base trade wouldn't be terrible. Although the Fire Warriors, I think the Necrons would win that. The Immortals would do really good damage and be able to knock down the buildings pretty quick with this amount of warriors too. Tricksy stuff. Here they come, Fire Warriors hustling down this way, and we do see the Tau Barracks being built at the base. So he is going to be able to produce from that, and it looks like Pwn is going to be putting back pressure here, trying to bring Goji back to his base. I think Goji knows he can finish it, though. It's hard to say. The Necron Lord is now back, which is really problematic for the Tau. He's going to be able to Solar Flare and change the tide of a lot of these fights. Fire Warriors poking the obelisks down here. Middle is being taken as well. Pwn not taking the Relic right now. Looks like that was his intent, but he got a little bit caught up elsewhere. As we do see the Immortals and the Necron Warriors moving in, they do bash that down, and the Necron Lord is going to be heading up to the north with his homies to try and take this down here. Tau Barracks is up. I mean, he could build a Fire Warrior team. Economically, he's pretty much in the dregs, and here comes the Doom Legion. They're going to be moving slowly. Pwn Dog taking the Relic. He does take the middle as well, and Pwn does have the victory condition now. Oh my god, he's building a cadre headquarters. Oh, this is such a rat game, dude. I love it. I love it. Yeah, I mean, look, honestly, if you take all your Fire Warriors and go to Goji's base right now, kill this warrior and kill all his generators and be a rat, maybe there's a glimmer of hope. Fire Warriors are posturing outside the base. They're going to be capturing this. He does have the victory condition. It would be really funny if Goji didn't notice that. I love the rat cadre headquarters over here. That's so freaking funny. But yeah, just get into the base and kill all the generators. Goji is on the double monolith, which is so freaking haggard. I love it. He's got 2 of those bad boys to produce a lot of Necron Warriors. And here comes the Lord. He probably thinks he's about to end the game now, which is hilarious. But Pwn going to be going after the Necron monolith here, and it will take a moment, but he'll get that thing down eventually. But the problem is the Necrons are just going to teleport home with the Doom Legion, and that's going to be a really, really big problem, because they're just going to be right on top of you here or back here and just push you back. Gauss turret being set up. I do think going after the monolith is a mistake. Going in and killing all the generators would probably force him to teleport, but on the same note, playing this way is safer, because Goji couldn't like teleport right on top of you and just kill your whole army instantly. So I can see where Pwn Dog is coming from here. All right, Necron monolith is going, and we do see a lot of the warriors coming down with some of the Immortals as well. Shooting into the Necron monolith. It's getting worn, and he does have a backup one, and Goji is going to be scouting. And Goji finds his rat's nest over here. I think this is going to be the end of the road here for our beloved Tau. Yes, and they did put up a good fight. It was a really fun back and forth game. Some wild ass plays with Barracudas and no destroyers from Goji. Actually, I'm surprised. We didn't really see much. I mean, I guess we saw Tomb Spiders, but we didn't see a whole lot else. All right, so he's going to be shooting into the monolith. It's about to finish, and is he going to go back and defend the headquarters here? Looks like the Earthcast Builder is getting boinked on the head. I mean, he could make a run for it, but this is going to be the end of Pwn Dog. Monolith is down. Maybe he thinks he wins if he gets that. Maybe he mistakenly thought that was Goji's only monolith. But it looks like he's going to move back and try and make a last stand here at his headquarters, and I think he's just going to get eliminated, as that is his last building. And the Earthcast Builder did get killed as well, so Pwn is not going to be able to do anything. His warrior's coming back, and is he going to last Samurai? Yes, he is. He last Samurai's there, but that should be elimination, right? Yeah, that's going to be it. All right, guys. GG, well played. I hope you enjoyed that. That was a wild-ass game. I had some fun with that one. A little sad we didn't get like the uber late tech, but we got some broadsides, we got some other fun stuff, and yeah, it's always fun to just see the chaotic battles like that. All right, guys, we'll see you around. Hopefully you enjoyed that one. Adios, do videnia, and that is it for today.